Alright everyone, time for the penultimate episode look at today. So, let's take a bite out of the apple. On Stardate 3175.3, the Federation starship USS Enterprise arrives at Gamma Trianguli 6, a planet that appears to be a tropical paradise found with very rich natural resources. Captain James T. Kirk leads the landing party, including Chief Medical Officer Dr. McCoy, Ensign Chekhov, First Officer Spock, human Martha Landon, along with other security personnel. They quickly find the paradise is extremely hostile. They lose security members to plants that shoot poisonous darts, explosive rocks composed of viranite, hornblende, and quartz. Soon, bizarre lightning storms follow. Transporting back to the ship is impossible, as an energy field is drawing power from the Enterprise, rendering the transporters inoperable. Kirk orders the team towards a primitive village, carefully avoiding the planet's hazards. They find a native of the planet watching them from nearby bushes. The frightened native, Akuta, says he is the chief of the people known as the Feeders of Val. Small antennae on Akuta's head allow him to communicate with the Val, acting as the entity's eyes and ears for his people. During this, Chief Engineer Scott reports that the Enterprise is slowly being pulled towards the planet by a tractor beam. Kirk, suspicious of the Val entity, asks Akuta to take them to it. Akuta leads them to a rock formation that has a dragon-like head figure on one side. Spock's analysis shows that the entrance is protected by a force field, but appears to lead to an underground complex with a computer system, perhaps constructed by a long-dead civilization, which she believes is affecting the Enterprise. Akuta says that Val may wake to speak with them, but in the meantime offers to show the crew his village. The Enterprise crew finds the villagers to be young and healthy like Akuta, but lacking sophisticated knowledge. McCoy finds that they do not procreate, a practice forbidden by Val, but instead a replacement is provided if needed. As they observe, they find that the villagers have a symbiotic relationship with Val. They provide Val with a supply of the explosive rocks from the planet, which Val appears to provide them with all other resources such as food and shelter. Spock and McCoy argue over the ethics of such practices, but Kirk reminds them they need to find a way to free the Enterprise. During their time, Chekhov and Landon have begun flirting with each other and go to a secluded area to kiss. When the natives see this, they try to emulate it. Val is instantly aware, and through Akuta, orders the natives to kill the strangers. One of the crewmen is killed. The rest of the crew defend themselves, including Landon, who shows that the female members of the crew are also skilled in self-defense, by using a combination of judo and karate to knock out two of her male attackers. Scott reports that the ship has only 15 minutes of emergency power remaining, which they are using fighting the tractor beam. Kirk orders his crew to prevent the villagers from feeding Val any more of the explosive rocks, believing them to be powering Val, and instructs Scott to fire the ship's phasers on the rock formation, hoping to drain Val's power before the Enterprise's. Val's power supply runs dry, and the force field collapses. The Enterprise is free of the tractor beam and returns to orbit for repairs. Engineering crews on the ship are ordered to investigate the Val's computer systems, while Kirk tells a distraught Akuta that his people will not be able to experience normal life. Aboard the ship, Spock contemplates whether their actions were the equivalent of the Apple of Knowledge and driving the feeders from their Garden of Eden. That's a very interesting query there, Spock. Well, a pretty solid episode overall. I give the Apple 3 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me later on today as we encounter the Doomsday Machine. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.